I'm Dan Ortiz Leizman. I'm a multimedia installation artist, and I make sound, video, and print work. And I'm currently getting my master's in fine arts at the University of Maryland. I'm really interested in concepts of world building and the ends of worlds and the edges of worlds. So where do cycles begin and end, and what happens when those things meet each other? This body of work, I was really excited to combine ideas of bringing life into the world and taking life out of the world, and exploring what happens when you get really close to your pessimisms, specifically the pessimism of radiation from nuclear accidents and misuse of this great technology that so many nations have. And I'm really curious as to what would happen if we were to lean into the pessimism and the fear, and then also lean into the joy of what it is to bring life into the world and explore futures based on those imaginings. This particular body of work, I use generative-AI for all of the imagery. And to me, that was really exciting because the AI acts as sort of a representation of our collective consciousness. And when you put in a word and it gives you an image, it's showing you sort of what our big brain thinks about the word that you put in. So I was excited to have this sort of weird brain on my team to make these propaganda and ads and the documentary to explore what happens when you combine like your biggest fear and your greatest wish, and exploring what happens when we rethink what human life can look like. My hope for the viewer coming in would be that they suspend their disbelief for a second and let themselves step into this world where a nuclear accident has resulted in radiation and genetic mutations that have brought about asexual reproduction. Stand in that for a second and notice what it takes to believe this thing that we previously thought was impossible. And then once you notice what it takes to believe that, go out into the world and use those tools, use those feelings to imagine futures for ourselves that were previously unimaginable. Especially really leaning into the pessimism and exploring what happens if we take our pessimism and don't lose hope, but actually just plan navigation strategies around it. How can we change the world and change our futures, and also like really engage with our present as well. I'm working on a project that I'm really excited about, actually, working with tactile sound and bone induction. So this next body of work is also looking at nuclear history, specifically with nuclear weapons, and the US testing of the atom bomb in the 40s and 50s, and then combining that with tactile sound. So there's a whole set of sculpture and installation that actually is going to have sound vibrating through the material and allow the audience to touch it and experience sound, not through their ears necessarily, but also through their bones. So that's what's next.